Hello, it's about 6 a.m. Saturday, April 12th, 2025, and I'm just making a video to show some of my seedlings. I've had various successes and some complete failures, but I'm still trying, and I just wanted to show some of them in a video. So let's start out with this one. This pot is a pot of lithops that I got from Mesa Garden Seed. I don't remember, and a lot of these I don't have the tags for. Maybe you can identify them. Because I had a bad habit of and I still have a bad habit of simply writing the name on the bag and not on a tag. So when I take them out of the pots now, I'm going to try to write them on a tag and put it in the pot. But this one, I must have done about a year ago. And you can see this is a 2.5 inch pot. And they're still very small. I haven't fertilized them. And really, I don't know what I'm doing with them. I barely water them. But they've managed to survive despite it all. And they appear to have their adult leaves, except this middle one, which you can see is growing really tall and is greener than the rest of them. I don't know what is going on there. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of this pot because never would have thought they would have made it this far. Anyways, next, these I didn't grow, but these are Copiapoa cinerea. I got off Etsy, some store that I don't think exists anymore. This is apparently a Copiapoa dealbata. Just a little thing. Now here are some Copiapoa that are, they're on the brink, really. There's 3 of them, if you can spot them. And I don't know why I can put in some pictures of what they looked like when they were in the bag. They looked just immaculate in my, for my standards. And I took them out of the bag, and they kind of just went south over time. And I think they didn't have enough moisture retention in the soil, so I put them in this pot with a little more, actual soil and less rocks, even though there's still a lot of rocks in it. But you can see they're pretty dehydrated and angry looking. So probably not going to make it, honestly. But I'm learning. Whoops. Whoa. Anyways, here's a better pot of the same. This has some weird, I don't know what's going on with this one. It's got a weird shape, and the spines are just coming out of the top now. I don't know how old these are. Maybe 9 months. And they're just piddly little things, just puny, pathetic for their age. They pretty much, slow down immediately once I take them out of the pot. And I probably take them out too early. But the thing is, if I take them out late, what happens is this. See this stress? See how stressed these turbinicarpus are? They get all red, and then they basically stop growing altogether for months. These were doing excellent in the bag as well. But then they were in the bag for too long, I think. Or something. I don't know. They just got stressed out. So I'm trying to figure that one out. And those are barely hanging on as well. You can see I got that issue 2 times for 2 turbinicarpus pots. And this also happened. So I'm just skipping all over the place here. I'm not going in any order really, but this pot is, I believe, Echinocerius dasycanthus with one little pathetic, like totally almost dead Cactus in there. But, whoops. Those things are over a year old, and they were almost completely red. No, they've got to be over a year old. Maybe a year and a half. Because they totally were red. Didn't start growing for months and months. Now they're finally picking up. This is one of the first pots I did. They were in the bag for maybe 8 months. That was a mistake. But I am learning. So, any information or tips about how I should be doing this, or anything that I don't know would be greatly appreciated. So please leave a comment. Next we have this pot of Copiapoa cinerea columna alba. Now this pot I took out really early because things were just starting to die off. It was too wet in the bag. I thought these things would never grow, but look at them compared to this one. They're doing really well. These are maybe a year old. Maybe a little less. So I'm not really messing with this pot too much. Anyways, now we got some calderana. These things, same thing. I took them out way too early. They were microscopic. Now they're starting to grow. Over a year old. I'm just, I'm in it for the long haul here. Now we got some Coresii. Got a wicked 2-headed seedling right there. And the rest are kind of scuffed. Then we got Stenocactus. I think that's Stenocactus multicostatus or something like that. Doing pretty good. More of that. This pot went to shit. Too many in one pot. Then we got more calderana. We got about 2 in here. I planted probably 50. Believe it or not. Not doing great. But I'm just hoping they end up like this pot. Whoops, like this pot. Where they start growing. We got Mammillaria hayderi. putting them in a very moisture retentive organic soil just as an experiment. Got a bunch more over here. Pretty, I'd call this a success. They'll probably rot, but I'm just experimenting. And we got Escobaria vivipara. I can't see because my light is reflecting on my phone, but I think you can kind of see those. This is just a, I don't even know what this is. This is some Lophophora. A legal Lophophora. Not one of the illegal kind. That's not a seedling. This isn't a seedling. They're here. This is a seedling I didn't grow. Patio cactus. It was in my other video I made. It's barely grown at all, but it's alive, so I'm going to call that a success. And then we got, just randomly, we got more recent acquisitions. Patio cactus from coldhardycactus.com. We got agave Perry. And this is a thing I got last year. It's a Reichenbachii, Echinocereus Reichenbachii cespetos. And you can see it's gonna flower here pretty soon, which I thought it was about to die, honestly. I'll be honest, I barely know what I'm doing with these plants. So, that's pretty cool. I got all these bags. These are mostly new. I'll go through the bags later and show you in another video. Anyways, that's about it. Oh wait, one more. This is, hold on. This is, I believe, Echinocereus troglodytes, or something like that. I just don't know the pronunciation, but I know that's what it is. Troglodytes. It's doing pretty well. So, anyways, I am still learning, but I'm going to persist, despite everything. I've got more seedlings outside for the spring and summer, and hoping they can grow more in the warm weather than they will inside. I'll make another video about that later, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.